they have other countries very bad also. You know that part of the world very bad. They're killing the Christians and killing them in very large numbers. We're not going to allow that to happen.
Nigeria said on Sunday it would welcome U.S. help in fighting Islamist insurgents, as long as its territorial integrity is respected, responding to threats of military action by President Donald Trump over what he said was the ill treatment of Christians in the West African country. Trump said on November 1st he had asked the Defense Department to prepare for possible, fast, military action in Nigeria if Africa's most populous country fails to crack down on the killing of Christians.
They're killing record numbers of Christians in Nigeria, and they have other countries very bad also. You know that part of the world very bad. They're killing the Christians and killing them in very large numbers. We're not going to allow that to happen.
Nigeria, a country of more than 200 million people and around 200 ethnic groups, is divided between the largely Muslim north and mostly Christian south. Islamist insurgents such as Boko Haram and Islamic State West Africa province have wrought havoc in the country for more than 15 years, killing thousands of people, but their attacks have been largely confined to the northeast of the country, which is majority Muslim. We welcome U.S. assistance as long as it recognizes our territorial integrity, Daniel Bwala, an advisor to Nigerian President Bola Tinubu, told Reuters.
President Donald Trump has a way of, or a unique style of forcing a sit-down by probably tweeting something that is pungent and forceful. We have seen that with the president of South Africa. We've seen that sometimes back in his first time with the leader of North Korea, and then we see in recent time with Zelensky and some other leaders like that. We don't take it literally, because we know Donald Trump thinks well of Nigeria. Donald Trump was the first American president to lift the embargo on the sale of arms, use executive order, and then authorize the sale of arms to Nigeria in 2017 or so when he came. All the report we have so far seen, from assessment from USIP, assessment from Amnesty International, from European Union, have all attested to the fact that there were serious cases of killing, but that from 2022-23 down to 2025, there have been marked improvement. In fact, there is a decline in the rate of killings. So it is intriguing and surprising for us how an old report is being used for this type of thing. But we are all about solution, and because we know America is a partner and they have been very helpful, we see it that it is probably a clarion call for us to have a sit down and then discuss how we can forge a common front in this fight against insurgency. So a broad-based approach to it will require us having access to some of these weapons that will be very useful. Certain type of drone for surveillance, certain type of ammunition, long-range ammunition, even the aircraft. For now, we are using Super Tucano. We haven't been given the opportunity to have F-15, F-18, and F-22, and it is hard to get that from America for now. But these are the areas that we need that kind of cooperation from the American government. Our soldiers have the capability to deal with this thing, so we do not require the American soldiers' boots on the ground. What we need is the apparatus, the equipment, the access to some of these things that will aid our own military force and some of the paramilitary and intelligence operatives to deal with this. So the report or notion that there is a Christian persecution or genocide in Nigeria is false. False both from the premise and the conclusion. It is not supported by data. Genocide is a targeted killing of a people because of their identity, and most often than not with the assistance of the state, either by way of policy or tacit approval or non-participation of government in stopping that. All of these factors do not apply to us. One, our government does not discriminate against any tribe or religion in the fight against insecurity. Being a deal maker, that's his approach, to go hard and then force a sit down and then find a common front. We understand that.
And you're willing to find a common front with him?
We're willing, anytime, any day. I personally, I have a feeling that in the next couple of days, they are going to have a sit down together, and then we will find a common front in this fight against insecurity. If you go to Africa, people respect Donald Trump because when it comes to fight against terrorism, He has never minced word. He was never politically correct about it. He's willing to fight it, and that's all we ask for. Leaders that can be very straightforward in that regard and willing to collaborate with you in that fight. So our areas of agreement far outweigh the disagreement, and we're going to deepen that area of agreement. And by the time we do that, we realize that there's actually no disagreement in existence.